It's been too long, Happy Shenmue Day. Even though it's technically Saturday, but still letting it slide. Happy Shenmue Day. Indeed.
Looks good. Guess I'll take it.
What a day to be a Shenmue fan. Crazy news. Wonderful day to try to get the campaign for Shenmue 4 going. I love it. I really do. Alright, so another day, another opportunity to get Chobu-chans. And capsule toys, perhaps. Oh, smart ball. Son of a bitch.
Yes?
Okay.
You need to pay for your room tonight.
Smart ball I gotta do.
Tell me you don't have any cash.
No, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, smart. Oh boy.
Good morning.
Morning.
Be careful out there. Those thugs are out there somewhere.
Yeah, I know. You should watch out too.
Right.
Stay away from anyone suspicious looking. Then
Shout out to the two people watching on Periscope.
I will.
Happy Shenmue Day. Even though it's technically Saturday, but you know, West Coast time, I guess. Gonna go by that logic. Happy Shenmue Day. I don't remember if I have any cabinet here. I don't think so. Oh, I do. Shundi. Haven't done Shundi. You get this loose ship. New book exchange. Prize set. Which is this? Shower of Spears. So I gotta do it. Jackie, Shundi, and I. Alright.
I'll give it a try.
I'll do it.
Ready. Held. Dinner.
It's the easy way to get them.
Held.
Oh wait, she might actually beat me.
Held.
Never mind.
Dinner. Team clear.
Alright, so that's one.
I'll keep going.
Was it Jackie, right?
I'll come back later.
Jackie and Shundi.
I'll give it...
Ready. Held. Held.
Lucky, lucky. Very loud.
Ring. Held. Out.
Haha.
Winner.
It's easier than it should have been, but I'll take it.
Just one more. I'll pass.
Oh, sure indeed.
I'll give it a try.
Ring. Held.
Oh, he got me. Damn.
You win. Ring.
Shundi is fast.
Out. Winner.
You play that game, Shundi? Come on.
Held. Out. Winner.
Got the prize. All right.
Just one more.
Cool.
I'll pass.
So, big military shuttle. Very nice. So now play the forklift. See if I can get that final cabinet.
Hey, Buck.
Sure.
Oh. Take those items to the ship, using the forklift. Here's the map.
I did, Henry. I did. Happy Shenmue Day. Heard about the, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% confirmed yet, but the anime. I believe it's a 13 episode anime? Which I believe is going to be on a Crunchyroll. And Adult Swim, or I don't know if it's a partnership between the two, or what's going on. That's pretty big. I heard about that too. No more Mexican pizza. Honestly, I never had it at Taco Bell, so I wouldn't be missing it. Never had it. Because contrary to popular belief, Taco Bell is not Mexican in the slightest. Actually, I haven't had Taco Bell in the longest time. Trying to be a little bit more conscious about what I eat, so I haven't engorged a bit. Yeah, what's up with you, Henry? I hope you're doing well. I hope your week went by well. I'm a little happy. Shenmue Day after all, but my HVAC system was on the fritz and finally was fixed today, so I'm no longer living in sweltering heat. So not a bad deal. It's funny though, because the new machine I got is extremely loud, so when it turns on, it's really loud. But I checked with the microphone, and the microphone, the way I have it set up is it only picks up after a certain decibel level, but it doesn't pick it up, surprisingly enough. Which is great, but also pretty impressive. What up, John? What's up, my dude? Happy weekend, happy Saturday. It's exactly the same. Well, it is and it isn't. So, I mean, the driving, accelerate, the brake is the same. What they did change is that to raise the items, it's the B button instead of the A button in the first game. And you could still do first person if you want. You could do that. You can't honk your horn though. No honking. Which is unfortunate. That makes me sad. There's no forklift races either. The forklift is kind of just relegated to a small area of the map. Now what you want to do with the forklift now, you want to go first person to go pick up these items. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more to it, but, you know, again, budget constraints, time constraints, the fact that they put the forklift in there at all, I think is a nice little nod. And really only the fans would appreciate it, so it's a nice touch, though. Oh yeah, honking was great. Actually, the honking would allow, you know, if, like, let's say you're taking a turn and there's somebody else in a forklift, the honk would make them stop. So it was kind of a way to get people out of your way. Or if there were NPCs walking around, they would sometimes move out of your way quicker if you honk. So honking definitely is a legit strat, for sure. I mean, the music with the forklift isn't as memorable. And the shift works different. So if you notice on the top right, there's that 3 out of 5. So it tells you your quota. My quota here is to get 5 items into this area, this ship. So here I'm gonna have 4. And then I can stack this other item on top of it. So I'll have 5. I just want to get it right. Nice and straight. Go into first person to allow me to better stack this on top. There we go. Now I got 5. So, you know, whereas in the first Shenmue you'd be working a shift from 9 to 5, this one, it doesn't really specify time. Your time is that yellowish circle on the top right of the screen. So it starts off green, turns orange, yellow, then red to kind of give you a visual indicator of your time. So right now I already met my quota. Any items that I stack afterwards are a bonus. Or extra income. So much like I don't know what the rate was in the first game, because it's yen, right? So it's a bit different. I think the first game it was, if you met your quota, you made about 6,000 yen, I believe. In this game, every crate is worth 50 bucks. So if you get 5, you get, you know, what is it, 300? Actually, no, if you get 7, you get 300. I'm gonna try to get this one. in before time expires. No lunch break. It's just one continuous moment. And from what I understand, at least from what I know, if you press pause, you'll just quit. Like, you'll quit the shift for the day. So it's not really in shifts. The forklift is entirely optional. You're not obligated to do it. It's part-time. So it's not like your main source of income like it was in Shenmue 1. Alright, we'll try to get this one in before time runs out. Right on time, 7 out of 5. Alright. So the difference being here is there's two kinds of shifts. There's one here where you bring items to a boat, which will then get shipped out somewhere. And then the next shift would be bringing stuff from the boat to a warehouse. And in the case of arcade, like sometimes you get arcade machines. There's an arcade next door where if you bring the arcade machine to the warehouse, the next day it'll load that arcade machine that you brought in into the arcade. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm missing one more arcade machine that I need.
Hyman.
And hopefully I'll get it here.
Sure.
Oh, cool.
We got no lunch breaks. Even though you do eat in this game for once, you actually do eat. It's part of your health.
Here's the map. I'm counting on you.
Alright, so I need to bring it from the warehouse, or from the ship to the warehouse. So I need to go all the way over here. Again, it's just one route. Unfortunately, there is no other route like in Shenmue 1 where you take a different route to the harbor. But that's fine. Okay, see, so like there's an arcade machine here. That's what I want, hopefully. You know what? Whatever. I'll bring it over. So some of these items are, I guess you call them light. So I could stack them on top of something else if I wanted to. So like this one, I would bring in this way. Then drop it off. So my priority is the arcade machine, but I think it's a duplicate. I think I already have it. But how are things with you, One Up John? I hope you're doing well. I hope your week went well. And you'll notice that this is an Astro City. How about that? That's pretty cool. So in this case, you can play this actual game, which is kind of a spoof of Virtua Fighter. But since Sega didn't allow them to use the actual Virtua Fighter game, they have something called Chobu-chan Fighter, which is kind of like a cutesy version of it. Okay, so that's one. Get two here. So I don't know if you heard, John, there was a little bit of Shenmue news earlier today. Shenmue apparently is getting an anime series. A 13-episode anime series. Seems rather interesting. Apparently it'll be on Crunchyroll and Adult Swim, from what I hear. I think tomorrow will be the official release, or news. So we'll find out when it comes out. You know what? I can put this over here. That's fine. Now I want to get the crate, the shipping crate, so I'll be able to stack that item I just brought on top of it, save me some space. Take this turn right here. You know what? I gotta take this crate this way. Back it that way. I would like a game that has that chibi anime style. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly Shenmue per se. I mean, Shenmue does have some chibi style with 3, with the capsule toys, but I don't know. I mean, it's wait and see, I guess. I'm cautiously optimistic about the anime. You know, I just don't want the anime to betray what Shenmue is all about. As far as the feel and the intimacy, the intricacies, the attention to detail, the slice of life moments. You know, I hope it doesn't end up becoming some type of comedy. You know what I mean? That would be unfortunate. So this over here. Okay, so I don't know if I'll get 7. Time is running out a little bit quicker than I thought. Took that turn badly. Whoops. Alright, so my timer's on red now, so I don't know if I'll have enough time to bring this over. If I do, it'll be very, very tight. I don't know. Nope. I messed up that turn, so that cost me. I'm Unless I could bring it in here. And that counts. I got lucky.
Enough for today.
Great job, buddy. This port is crazy, but you still met the quota. I'm gonna have to give you a little extra for this.
Got it. Thanks.
Come on back, you hear?
Okay. I'll see you later.
How are the arcade games? Oh, I mean, unfortunately, they're not Sega branded. Sega didn't allow Yu Suzuki to do that, but this is one of the arcades here. So they had to make all new, original games. So, things like Whack-A-Mole is one. You have some returning ones from Shenmue, Excite QTE, and you also have the QTE title, the boxing one. There is Highway Star, which is like this old school racing game where you gotta collect these marbles. There's Mini Golf. And then the Astro Cities, which are the Virtua Fighter spoofs I was talking about earlier. There apparently are other arcades. I haven't visited them yet. There is a Sega Saturn, but you can't play it. It's right here. And it is a collectible, so it's a capsule toy. So there's a lot more capsules in this game. And one of them is video game systems, and there's a capsule Saturn. Which of course is the Japanese. So this is a Japanese Model 1 Saturn, not Model 2. But unfortunately you can't, like in Shenmue 1, you can't play the games. There's no like raffle prize with the Sega Saturn game in it. So there's no classic Sega games in here. But again, that was something that Sega was like, well, we don't want you to do that. So, fortunately, Yu Suzuki had his hands tied. But you still have the classics. You got Lucky Hit. You've got your capsule toys. You've got income in the form of chopping logs, chopping wood. You can also gamble, which is obviously the best way to make money. Oh, this is the Saturn you have? Nice. Nice. I don't have a Japanese Saturn, so I am quite jealous. Though I do have a Model 1 and Model 2 American. I'm thinking eventually I will go ahead with the mode. You have a bunch of shops, obviously. This little big thing, this game, this is DLC. There's like a big gambling area. Haven't visited it yet. I will soon, but I just haven't been there. What was I saying? I mean, there's a lot to do, but it really depends on how thorough and how much of an explorer you are. Much like with the other Shenmue games, the game can either be a slog or it can be sensory overload with a lot of the options that are available to you. You've got gambling here, more Lucky Hit. This is a game from Shenmue 2. Flower, wind, bird, moon. You roll a ball, and if it lands on the one that you pick, you win. Bunch of shops. So how you making money in Shenmue 3 is because gambling is illegal in China. So, gambling for money at least. So what happens is when you gamble, you earn tokens. And then the tokens that you accrue, you bring to a pawn shop, like so. And then You use the tokens to... Actually, no. It's a two-step process. My bad. You find a prize exchange store, which gives you prizes for the tokens that you earn. And then you bring a prize, bring it over to the pawn shop, and they'll buy that prize from you for money. So it's kind of a two-step process. I wish the prototype of Shenmue for the Saturn would leak, but I don't know if they ever did a playable build. That's the long-standing myth, that Project Berkeley does have a build. Because apparently that's where the Shenmue 2 video came from. I'm sure you know. If you beat Shenmue 2 on the Xbox, you, well, not if you beat it, you... Actually, yeah, I think if you beat the game on the original Xbox or Dreamcast, you unlock a video of the Shenmue running on Saturn. It's either that, or if you collect all the manga prizes by taking pictures of important people. I forget which one it is. This is another game, which is infuriatingly hard. But I need to play them because, one, you earn prizes by beating them, and these prizes are specific to these games, which these prizes you then bring to a pawn shop to then get moves. So that's how you earn moves in this game. So it really did, yeah. It was quite amazing, Project Berkeley. Unfortunately, they got rid of it for the HD remaster. It's no longer in there. Real shame. And so this game here is I'm supposed to knock these balls into the holes. In this case, a certain colored hole. So like I knocked it into red. I want to try to get it into either 4 red slots, or if I want to win the grand prize, in 8 red slots. Much easier said than done. Again, this game is really pretty much RNG. Like you can try to be good, but the game will just decide when it'll let you win. It's not up to you. Which, so again, it's totally luck-based, which can be infuriating because if you're looking for the prizes, the game doesn't cooperate with you. So you could be grinding this for an exponential amount of time. But if you're a completionist like I am, you really have no other choice. See right there, it denied me. No prize.
I've got to focus. Just one more.
So I just have to keep playing until I win. That's basically what it boils down to. Doesn't make for an engaging stream, but I don't care about that. I'm just playing because I want to play. Because it's what I gotta do. It's my mission. So I don't know if you would have the patience to go through with this. It's pretty brutal. No, the panda is a shirt that I customized. So you can buy shirts, or you can earn. You can buy shoes. You can buy jackets. You can buy. You can customize Rio, yeah. Because I did the Kickstarter, I actually have an alternate black jacket that I could wear as well. But since this is my first time playing, I don't really change the iconic brown jacket just yet. Maybe my second playthrough. But yes, you can. You can customize Rio. Come on, you see that? it was right there, and it denied me. Again, RNG. You're at the mercy of it. I don't blame you. I really don't. It takes a very dedicated person and insane person to want to go through with this, so
I've got to focus.
I certainly don't blame you. But this is what I do. And as far as I know, there's no strategy to cheat the system with this game. Oh my god, I got a freebie. Okay. That's never happened before. That's never happened before, so the ball went in automatically. Without me even playing. Okay. I'll take that. You know what, though? It counted. It counted, so it's not a free ball. Never mind. I thought I got lucky, but I did not. I don't know. There's probably achievements on PlayStation, but I'm playing this on PC, so as far as I know, on the Epic Store, I don't think Epic Store has achievements. Not that I can see. Not that I care about achievements or trophies. It's just the personal satisfaction of knowing that I have everything. I mean, something may happen. Honestly, I don't know. But I don't look into spoilers, so honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'd rather it be a surprise for me. That's just me, though.
I've got to be more precise.
Hey, whoever's watching on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook, what up? I'm surprised you're not bored to tears watching me fail at this game, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Now, am I mistaken, One Up John? Or were you streaming some Dreamcast the other day? I could have sworn I saw a notification saying that you were doing some Dreamcast. Or maybe I was mistaken. Or Roxy? Yeah, never played Breath of the Wild. Don't have a Switch. Okay, that was a lucky shot. That was a lucky shot. That 1 in a million. Hey, FPS, you were with Game Master Herb, right? Three Bears Gaming, if I remember correctly. Demon, hey, what's up, Demon? Consider doing audiobooks. Funny story. So, I did take a voice class many years ago, just to kind of like gauge where I'm at and what I could do. I was basically told that either audiobooks or telephony Meaning that, you know, when you call a business, or let's say a bank, and you get that automated message, I'd be suited to that, narration, and things like that. People have told me, I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I don't really have the wherewithal to know how to do that. I'm kind of a dinosaur, so I appreciate the very kind words. It's very kind of you to say. But I wouldn't even know where to begin with that, to be honest. I did a stream N64 last night, but I did stream Dreamcast before that. Okay. What did you end up playing? Just out of curiosity. I love me some Dreamcast, so... Maybe that's where I saw it, because I think you were going to play the old Tony Hawk games. Is that what it was? You would make a great voice actor. I don't think so, because honestly, this is kind of it for my range, you know? Like, I'm not an animated person, so, you know, my range would be this. Like, it's not... I'm not going to be screaming and yelling. That's just not me. But I suppose if I go on Fiverr and people request me to read something, then I guess I could. It's not out of the cards. I could be the next Corey Marshall. I mean, I hope that with the Shenmue anime, they better get him, because there's nobody else who could do Ryo. Absolutely no one could do it. At least in English, no one should dare do it. That's his baby. Patrick, what up, my man? Silky smooth, chocolate baritone voice. I've been told that I sound like Barry White. Whether or not that's true, I can't vouch for myself. So I suppose I'll leave others to be the judge of that. But thank you, Patrick. That's very kind of you to say. Either way, for all of you who joined in on the chat, I hope you're all doing well. Hope the week has been good to you, and I hope the weekend will be just as good to you. I'm in a good mood, because my HVAC system was busted, and earlier today it was finally fixed, so I'm no longer sweating like a pig.
I've got to focus. Just one more.
It should be. It should be streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch at the same time. So. It says One Up John is watching me on YouTube, so yeah. If you look on the bottom of the screen, it has the names of my my channels. I stream Jet Grind Radio, Gauntlet Legends, good one, Zombie Revenge. Zombie Revenge is really cool. A lot of people sleep on that one. Resident Evil 3 and 2 Japanese import Godzilla games. Ah, yes, those are the Godzilla Generations games. First one is Godzilla Generations, and the second one is Godzilla Generations Maximum Impact or something like that. I have that one. That's the one with the Godzilla 2000 on the cover, or the Godzilla 2000 look of Godzilla on the cover. How much longer? I mean, I started a little shortly after 1. I figure I'll probably wrap up around 3, so about another hour. Why, what's up, Patrick? You got plans for me? What's up? Now, One Up John, I have to ask. Some of the games that you have there. Okay, so you notice how it blinks. So that means I got 1 prize. That's the first place prize, which is usually pretty trash. Now the idea would be to get another set of 4, but that's not going to happen. The RNG is not going to let me be that lucky. And the problem is, it would need to be another set of 4 with the same color. So I would need to get 8 blues to get the grand prize. So in this case, I got a fruit. Canned fruit.
Not too bad.
Which,
I'll keep.
the only thing that does is heal you. But it's a pretty useless food to heal you. Nothing, man. I love it when you stream. Your voice is very soothing. I've been going through a lot lately, and I just enjoy your videos. You're a good dude. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Well, I'm sorry that you're going through some bad times. But in the lockdown life, a lot of people are being dealt some pretty shitty cards. So you are not alone in that regard. All I can tell you is I hope that things will turn around for you. And for anyone else who's going through some shit. Things will get better. They have to. But it's very awesome to hear that my shitty low-budget streams of playing Shenmue, you know, there's some type of temporary distraction to keep your mind off of the daily grind, then that's cool. Mission accomplished. That's really my goal. You know, my goal isn't fame or anything like that. It's just, I'm playing the games the same way I'd be playing them if I was offline. And if somebody wants to hop in and chat and talk about whatever, by all means, you know, I welcome the discussion. That was a total bust. Wow. That was bad. It would be fun if you could shake the machine. That's what I thought. I thought it would be like pinball, but not that I know of. The only button, as you can see, for whatever reason it's called bingo, the only button is the analog stick. And the analog stick is supposed to determine how soft or how fast or hard you launch the ball. Unfortunately, the analog controls for this are far too sensitive, so getting a soft shot is far easier said than done. Do I accept donations? I mean, I don't actively look for it, honestly. But there should be, in the description for the YouTube, there should be a Streamlabs page. But never at any point am I going to ask anyone to donate. That's, you know, I don't feel that I deserve it because I'm not really an entertainer. You know what I mean? But I will say that this past weekend, or last weekend I should say, I did a charity stream on behalf of my work, and I did Extra Life. So I actually did a charity stream for a children's hospital in my area, and really cool story. It was my first time ever doing it, so I'm a total newbie. I was like, you know what, let me set a random goal of 200 bucks. Hopefully I'd get half of it. And when all was said and done, I ended up getting over 600 bucks raised for the children's hospital. So a very humbling, very gratifying experience to know that I did something good, especially in these days when you don't hear about a lot of good. So it was cool, very heartwarming. And hopefully a lot of kids will have a better quality of life as a result. Yo, Nerd Strategy, what's up, my man? How are you doing? Everyone should stream what they want. People watch streams more for the person than the game, in my experience. It's just from what I see. At least, again, I don't watch a lot of streamers, to be honest. Because I'm a bit of an old man in that regard. I don't watch streams to like cure myself of boredom. That's just not who I am.
I've got to be more precise.
But you know, your traditional streamer is very animated and lively and very bombastic with the camera, with, you know, quick cuts and all that jazz. That's not me, and I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. Who I am here is who I am if you saw me on the street or at a store. I'm no different. So getting a large check soon. I'll send you some money for beer. It's not Patrick. You don't have to do that, my man. That's a very kind gesture of you, though. But especially during these times, man, we gotta keep our money and keep it safe, because you never know what tomorrow may bring. Especially in times like this. So buy yourself a nice beer, because there's a lot of good beers out. Yeah, thank you, John, for the charity stream moves. You know, I'm proud that I over-exceeded what my goal was, and it's just a testament to the power of one, my friends who were so kind to do it. You know, surprisingly enough, I had donations from as far as Japan. There was actually there's a friend that I recently made on Twitter who was a big fan of Shenmue from Japan, and she was so kind enough to donate twice, actually. So it's quite amazing, and quite the eye-opener. A testament to the community of Shenmue. I'm good, taking 5 for a bit. Been working all day, so I need 5. Ooh, hey man. Gotta work that grind to make that bread, you know? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. How does a 50 cent? Dude, I would never ask for money.
Probably won't top that.
And again, I can't tell you what to do because you're a big boy. But I would never ask for money. You know? But if you feel that that's something that you would want to give, I can't stop you from doing that, but, you know, I can't tell you either which way. But the sentiment in and of itself is more than I could ever ask for. So thank you for your kindness, Patrick. Am I going to play Cyberpunk? At some point, maybe. Honestly, though, Shenmue 3 is probably the most recent game I've played. Usually I'm like 8 years behind. But now that they announced the new GPUs for NVIDIA, I do want that 3080. It's about time I upgrade my GPUs. I've been rocking these, oh my god. You see that? It landed on that ball and it just went right out. I have 2 GTX 970s that I've had for, oh my god, it denied me again. I've had these for about 5 years. They've done me well, but, you know, it's time to live that retired life. So hopefully I'll be lucky enough to get a 3080 when they come out in a couple weeks. But no guarantees. Those things sell out very quickly. But with the new card, it will allow me to enjoy the newer games. Because right now, with my 970s, my bottleneck is VRAM. So, you know, I'm running games at 1440p, 144 Hz, and even Shenmue 3 is not running at a full, you know, full frame rate. Got close, yeah, but it's just gonna take, it's gonna take a lot of tries. It's 9 o'clock, so my time's up anyway.
Maybe tomorrow.
Those ball games are annoying. I couldn't do it. I'll be skipping playing those once I get to the Shenmue series. And I don't blame you. I mean, it's total RNG. It's total luck. But I'm a sucker. I'm a glutton for punishment, and that's just what I'll do.
The time. I should get back to the hotel.
Do you still talk to Paul and Frank? Yeah, every so often. Obviously because of the pandemic, I haven't seen them physically since March, when Connecticut shut down. But
Shenmue?
Hi,
The city.
I spoke to Frank. You know, I speak to him online. You know, we have like a group chat that we have.
I'm going to go back to the room.
He's doing fine. You know, just
Okay.
working, as most people are. And Paul is kind of, I guess, in a bit of self-isolation. He kind of went off the grid. But that's what he does. He does that every so often, so, you know, it's not a surprise. And when he resurfaces, he'll resurface. That's just who he is. So, I'm sure he's fine. So honestly, I don't think he's released a YouTube video in months. That's just how he is. I know that's who he is. People who watch his channel probably don't. They're probably wondering where he went, but he does that. Apparently he's been doing that all his life. So, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles with him. So yeah, One Up Johnny, we're asking about the clothes. So with Rio's attire, so again, you have the classic brown jacket, the jeans, the shoes. But what you can do is if you go to settings, you can actually change his clothes. So in this case, you got the default brown. This was a Kickstarter gift or an exclusive for backers. And this one here, I won from a fishing tournament. So I could change it if I wanted. And then with the shirts, standard is just the white. But you also have this one, which is... This is the face of the lady who works at the hotel here that I'm at, where I'm at. You can also... There's the panda one. Pandas are cute, so I had to get it. And then this one here is from doing a side quest from a fishing man, the fishing store. You can change jeans if you happen to buy them. I haven't purchased any yet. And then you got the sneakers, which you can change as well. But I'm going to keep pandas. But I'm going to keep the jacket too, because that's kind of the iconic look. Oh wait, I always forget you gotta set the jacket, and then you gotta set the shirt. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so on that note, I'm gonna go get a beverage, because I'm a thirsty boy. I think he has just stopped completely. It's okay, burnout happens. No, Paul, I mean, again, I've known him longer than you, so he does this. He does it like every couple years. He just disappears, like, from everyone. Like, not just YouTube, but, like, even me. Like, that's just who he is. He just goes off the grid to handle his own affairs, and he'll resurface at some point like nothing happened. That's just who he is. So, you know, it is what it is. You think game is worth playing? I own it, but I have never played it. My best friend said this game is awful. He said the first game is the best. Again, Shenmue is very subjective. It really depends on who plays it and what you're looking to get out of it. I played Shenmue from day one back in 2000, and Shenmue is a very, very important game to me personally. All I wanted with Shenmue 3 was that it would retain the spirit and the feel and the pace of the first two games. I feel it has done that, even though it's a modern coat of paint with the visuals. It's methodical in its pace. It doesn't really invite casual players. You know, you can't really speed through the game, and if you do speed through the game, you're not playing it right. You know, basically what Shenmue is you are encouraged to take it slow, because that's where all of the details come in. That's where all of the minute. Shenmue excels in the minutia. It makes the minutia magnificent. This is something that no other game does. It forces you to stop and smell the roses. But why do you stop and smell the roses? You stop and smell the roses because it's pleasant to smell, and it makes you appreciate nature. Shenmue is kind of that same way, where you start off in a village and you see the sunrise. It's a beautiful vista, and it makes you like relax. Like, okay, you know, the game makes you focus on nature, the scenes, the environment, the NPCs, the little details, the animations between the NPCs. It's just a lot of things. You know, if you're looking for an action-packed game, Shenmue was never that. It was never, and it never pretended to be that. So it really depends on what you're looking for. If you enjoyed Shenmue 1 and 2 for what they are, then there's no reason why you shouldn't enjoy 3. That's just my 2 cents. I love Shenmue, but it's not for everyone. It's one of those polarizing games, like Dark Souls or Monster Hunter. Either you like it or you don't. Yeah, then it's not for everyone. But I will say that if it clicks with you, 99% of the time, it will click in a very significant and personal way. Anyways, I will be right back. I'm going to get a drink. So let me try this baby out. Making sure the camera's fine. Right. I'll be right back, guys. I won't be too long. Okay. So let me bring this back here. And game should be back. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so, but yeah, Shenmue is not for everyone. So I would recommend trying it, but I would definitely say you need to try Shenmue 1. Like, there's no way I would ever endorse somebody playing Shenmue 3 and only Shenmue 3. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the story, the mythology, the history.
Hey, you!
Yes?
You
And
need to
again,
pay for your room tonight.
the HD collections are pretty cheap.
You don't have any cash.
No.
You can usually find them for like 20, 30 bucks, so
Ah,
it's an absolute steal for the first two games. But again, I'm completely biased. When Shenmue 3 was first announced back in 2015,
Morning.
during the
Careful out there.
Sony E3 press conference,
Those thugs are out there
I
somewhere.
immediately threw $300 down
I know. You should watch
because
out.
Right.
Shenmue means a lot to me.
Stay away from anyone suspicious looking.
And if I could have,
Come find me.
I would have thrown more money.
Okay, I will.
But again, I wouldn't expect that of anyone. But Shenmue is a very personal meaning.
Let me know if you. I'll do this.
Yes.
And what One Up John said is pretty correct. It's polarizing, but I think it boils down to what you're looking for. Again, a lot of people mistakenly assume that Shenmue is a kung fu game. That's not what it is. It is corrupt martial arts in the aspect that the disciplines of martial arts are a guise to teach Ryo certain aspects to improve his character. And by extension, you, the player, you take these disciplines and you learn from them, and maybe incorporate them into your daily life. But if you're looking to fight people all day, that's not what Shenmue is.
Hi, Mr. Dutching.
Hey, bud.
Yo, Richie Rich, what up, my dude?
Do some work?
I did hear the news. Happy Shenmue Day, even though it's technically over, but you know, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, Shenmue anime coming up.
Really use the help.
I believe, was it 13 episodes is what they announced? I'm very cautiously optimistic. But at the same time,
Take those
if it's been approved by Yu Suzuki, then I have faith that it'll do the franchise justice.
I'm counting on you.
That was supposed to happen. Oh, so Sega is behind it? I wasn't sure if it was approved or endorsed by it. Because when I saw it, it was a leak from a Romanian website. So I didn't know that there was an English scoop on it already. But all I know is that Crunchyroll and Adult Swim are cooperating on it. So I mean, that's great. Because again, the whole idea is to expand the base of Shenmue, the fandom. You know, if the games are not a hard sell, which they are, but if the anime can be more accessible to a more general fan base to maybe give Shenmue the time of day, then it's worth it. I just hope that this anime treats the franchise with respect, and it isn't your typical anime where it's just ludicrous gags and, you know, juvenile humor, because that's not what Shenmue is. So I hope it does the game justice, and the series justice. And again, if it's approved by Yu Suzuki, then there's no way that he would intentionally sully his vision for what the franchise is. So if he's on board and he approved it, then there's no way. It has to be good. Who knows Shenmue better than you, Suzuki? No one. Have I played the Yakuza games? No, I have not. Never had a PlayStation 2, so I missed out. On Steam, I do have, I think it's Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, which is the remake of the first game, if I'm not mistaken. Haven't played them, though. Oh, you know what? Because I have this up, that's why. I mean, Yakuza, I'll get to it one day, but I think what kind of turned me off is that everyone compares Yakuza to Shenmue, which Yakuza, outside of like the mini games in the arcades, it's not Shenmue at all. But it's what people think Shenmue is, which is why they say Yakuza does it better. But Yakuza is more of an RPG-ish, action RPG. Shenmue is not an action RPG. So that, you know, I think the unfair comparisons are what turned me off from playing the game. But once I complete Shenmue 3, then sure, I'm open to trying it, but Shenmue is my first and foremost my priority at current time. Yu Suzuki's producing? Awesome. Okay, that's great news. So yeah, I mean, Suzuki wouldn't let his baby be sullied or tarnished, so if he's on board, then yeah, absolutely. Let's go. I'm all for it. What Dragon Ball series is the best? It depends who you ask, and it depends what you're looking for. You know, if you're looking for all-out action, Dragon Ball Z, of course. But if you're more interested in slice-of-life moments and character moments, then the original Dragon Ball. Absolutely. And it also depends on what type of action you're looking for. Dragon Ball is more not focused on key battles. It's more pure martial arts, hand-to-hand combat, because by that time, Goku and crew were much more grounded in what their abilities were. So, you know, I feel that Dragon Ball is a much more pure and innocent show, or intimate, but other people think it's boring. I don't think so. I think Dragon Ball has a lot of heart and a lot of amazing character moments, and it also gives you all of those secondary characters that Dragon Ball is known for, who kind of get swished by the wayside in Dragon Ball Z. So, you know, and again, a lot of people's first exposure to Dragon Ball in America was Dragon Ball Z, so they feel that that's the de facto standard, and I understand where they're coming from. I actually first started watching Dragon Ball back in early 90s in Spanish, so, you know, I had a different experience than the vast majority of people here. And again, since it was in Spanish, the series was uncensored. So, you know, it retained the Japanese music, it retained all of the violence and the blood. So it wasn't a neutered experience like it was here in America. So, again, depends on what you're looking for. I just think it's a shame that a lot of these Dragon Ball Z fans, who are diehard apparently, have never even watched Dragon Ball. So you don't really understand the journey of how these characters came to be, to get to where they are. Shenmue and Yakuza aren't really similar games, aside from being able to play some minigames. That's what I understand. That's how I see it. Maybe on a graphical engine standpoint, you could say that's what Shenmue like a modern day Shenmue would look like, had Sega given it like its full blessing. But you know, I'm playing Shenmue 3 now. And yeah, it may not have the multi-million-dollar budget that a AAA game gets, but that's fine. Because to me, it still feels like Shenmue. And that's what's most important. Oh, and also, you know, there's Dragon Ball GT. You know, Dragon Ball GT gets a lot of hate. It's very misunderstood, and again, it has its issues, but GT isn't as bad as the vast majority of people make it out to be. It kind of brings back that original Dragon Ball charm, because it's very small by scale.
Great job, buddy.
It reminds me I need to finish my Master Roshi costume.
Still met the quota.
I remember you talking about that a while ago, yeah.
Give you a little extra for this.
Novin Works, what's up, dude?
Thanks.
Welcome. Hope you know Shenmue Anime announced, absolutely.
Back, you hear?
Heard the leaks earlier today, so
I'll see you later.
I don't know when it'll come out. I don't know if they've set a date, but looking forward to it. You know, if it can get more eyes on this Shenmue as a brand, then it's a win-win situation.
Hey, bud.
Sure.
Oh,
And as Richie Rich mentioned, if Yu Suzuki's on board officially, then I have faith that it'll be a proper piece of canon to the franchise that treats it with respect. That's all I could ask for. 13 episodes produced by Yu Suzuki will cover Shenmue 1 and oh, okay. So it's not a new story. Or is it like parts that we didn't play in the game? Is it like, you know, like what happened to Joy when Ryo ditched her in Shenmue 2? Like that type of stuff? Like stuff we don't see in the games? Or is it like a recapping of the games? Because I think it would be more interesting if it followed the lines of like the little manga chapters that would show us the in-betweens. You know, like showing, what was it? There was that one manga that shows the little girl and her mom on the boat in Shenmue 2. Because when you play the game, you apparently know this little girl and her mom, but the game never tells you. But you have to read the manga to find out what happened, where Ryo saves her from Chai. So I think if they can animate stuff like that, you know, or what's the other manga where Joy's a little girl and it shows her relationship with Guizang, you know, stuff like that. That'd be great. I would love to be able to delve into that in a more expanded aspect. Or even stuff like, you know, how did Ryo and Nozomi get to know each other from school? Could have content that never made it to the game. Well, maybe we'll get Ryo riding a bicycle finally. Because I remember that was supposed to be a thing in Shenmue. Which I think there was a build, apparently, where Ryo was able to ride a bike. But it never made it into the actual game. What happened to Joy? Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but in Shenmue 3, you can actually, at the hotel, you can make phone calls. And with the phone calls, you can call certain characters from Shenmue 1 and 2. Joy being one of them, so you can kind of catch up with her and see what she's up to. But I don't want to say much else, because I don't want to spoil. Mature content, huh? Such as what really happened in Sakuragaoka Park with Ryo and Nozomi? Yeah, right. Ryo doesn't have the stones. That fool. So, Novin, thank you for being a new viewer. And it's always nice to see a fellow Shenmue fan. So where do you lie? Who's the dream girl? Is it Nozomi? Is it Joy? Is it Shenhua? Is it Li Xiao Tao? Master Tao? Is it Izumi? Eileen? What other girls are there? What's the name of the girl in Shenmue 2 with the cowboy hat? The one you fight in the cave. Starts with the S. She has Sarah's moves from Virtua Fighter. I forget her name. Yes, well, I don't want to spoil everyone you can talk to, but yes, Goro is one of the people you can talk to. Unfortunately, you know, it's been 20 years, so they had to recast everyone, with the exception of Joy, because the voice actress for Joy was on board with Shenmue 3, so she's back. What's her name? Joy's voice actress is, Lyle Wilkerson, I believe her name is. But yes, Goro does say bro, but it's not the same. It's not, you know, because it's a different guy. And unfortunately, the guy they got doesn't really emulate Goro as well as he should have. And his little Elvis theme song doesn't play anymore. Or not Elvis, Little Richard. You know, with the piano. Hey, bro. What's groovin', bro? Yeah, it's not like that, unfortunately. Hey, bro. Don't be so loud. I love Shenmue. That is... so many memories. Shu Ying, yes, Li Xiao Tao, yep. Shu Ying Hong, right? I think was her full name. There are a lot of theories about Lu Xing, or Shu Ying. I know there's a long-standing theory that the brother she keeps talking about is Lan Di. I don't know what to think of it. You know, that could it be that her long-lost brother is Lan Di after all? I don't know. Because again, she keeps saying he died, but that could be in a metaphorical way, where he's no longer the innocent boy. Oh look, it's raining now. Do you know about the Mad Angels? Can you tell me anything about the day the snow or the rain turned to snow? Excuse me. Want to play a game of Lucky Hit? Want to play Lucky Hit? Let's get sweaty. I'll lose my edge if I don't practice. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Right, so I should be able to get this one in right before time expires. There we go. Right on time.
That's enough for today.
You know what they should do in Dragon Ball Super? They should have Goten and Gohan meet Grandpa Gohan after this arc. They're doing, yeah, they, again, that's unfortunately a thing with Toriyama.
Great job, buddy.
Akira Toriyama is notorious for
You still met the quota.
forgetting a lot of the smaller characters that he created over the years, so
Got it.
Grandpa Gohan is kind of in that purgatory for
Come on,
neglected side characters.
Okay. I'll see you later.
It's just the way it is, unfortunately. Okay, so there were no arcade machines today, unfortunately. I would love to get that last cabinet, but it's not giving it to me. So, lucky hit it is. Novin, what's up with that face? I don't even know what that is. If I remember correctly, doesn't he like guard the gateway entrance on Earth to the afterlife? Well, that was towards the very end of Dragon Ball. It's when Goku gets married to Chi-Chi, and Gohan is helping a deity who has a fan that will exterminate the flames on Mount Pazu, which is where Chi-Chi's father lives, or lived. So they get the fan to blow the fire away, because it's the only way to get rid of it. And he's like, Grandpa Gohan is, I think he's like her assistant, I think, at the time. But the thing was that Gohan quite enjoyed the afterlife, so he had no desire to come back, you know? So I think that's kind of where they left it. Hey, Nopin, thanks you so much for the follow, man. Hope you enjoy that Rio and Tom handshake. Thank you for the follow, though. I appreciate it. Again, always a pleasure to meet a new Shenmue fan. Well, not a new, but to me, new Shenmue fan. A fellow Shenmue fan. I could talk about Shenmue all day. Very, one of the greatest games of all time, if not the greatest game of all time. Oh yeah, he completely forgot about launch, yep. That's something that he's admitted before, so... Yep, totally forgot about it. So I see, Melvin, you posted a couple of emojis. I think they're Sega branded, if I'm not mistaken. So we got Sonic, Kage. That's two people from Yakuza, which I've never played Yakuza, so I don't know their names. And the little anime girl, I don't know who that is. Not gonna lie. Funny story though, when I was little, I used to think Kage was Cage. I didn't know any better about the pronunciation.
I'll give it a try.
But now I know better. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watching. I normally don't get this many people, and that's fine, because I'm not looking to get, like, famous or anything, but it's pretty cool to have a lively discussion about stuff in general, so... Especially while I'm playing Smart Ball and failing at it, so it'll help pass the time. Oh, Anime Girl's not Sega? Okay, yeah. I'm very much an old school anime guy, so like anything 80s, 90s, that's my turf. Pretty much when anime started going digital, like digital animation, that's kind of when I fell off. Just doesn't seem the same to me. And no slight to anybody who enjoys like the new stuff. It's just not for me. cell animation or go home for me. Oh wow, that was lucky. Okay, so the goal is to try to get all 8 red. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to get 4, and I have exactly 4 balls. It's not going to give it to me, because this is what the RNG does. Screws you over. See? So I'm not going to win now. So there's no point in trying to win, because it's not going to happen. Well, I mean, I got 1 prize, but that's not the prize I'm looking for. I'm looking for the grand prize.
Probably won't top that. I'll keep going.
So Novin, if you don't mind my asking, how long have you been playing Shenmue? Have you been like a day 1 fan, or is it something that you got into later on? Everybody has a story with Shenmue. Or actually, that goes for anyone. You know, One Up John, Nerd Strategy, if any of you guys have played Shenmue before, when was the first time you played it? I played Shenmue back in 2000. I got it day 1 at Toys R Us, and blew my mind. I was 15 at the time, and I'm 34 now, so it's over half my life ago. And Shenmue taught me a lot. It taught me how to, you know, surprisingly enough, with Ryo's awkward way of talking to people, I wasn't a very social guy, kid growing up. And Shenmue taught me how to be better with that. And it taught me to appreciate the small things in life, the little details. So Shenmue made me a better person.
I've got to focus.
And it infinitely increased my patience. So I have many things to be thankful to Shenmue for. Oh, come on. Come on. What I'm talking about is that RNG. It works when it wants to, which is not a lot. I played Shenmue when it first came out and was blown away. Never played a game like it at that time, and I still don't think there's been a game like it since. That's very true.
Not too bad.
That's very true. Shenmue again. I think it's safe to say that Shenmue is the granddaddy of the open world genre, or at least what we know an open world game to be nowadays. If it wasn't for games like Shenmue setting the bar and the template, we wouldn't have games like Grand Theft Auto 5. We wouldn't have games like Red Dead Redemption 2. We wouldn't have games like The Witcher. Shenmue made that possible. I mean, that's a bit of a hot take, but that's... I'm very confident in saying that. Oh my god. All these wasted balls here. No prize. See, my goal for tonight
I've got to be more precise.
is to win that prize, the grand prize. It's 239. I'm not confident that I'll get it tonight. Again, it's total RNG. Could be the most skilled player in the world, but the RNG dictates how the ball bounces, where it'll go. There's no way to manipulate it, to my knowledge. Nope. Not winning here. Yeah, what up, John? What a magical time the Dreamcast was. You know, I can vividly remember going to Electronics Boutique,
Not
Babbage's,
too bad.
and Toys R Us,
More.
and seeing, you know, maybe July of 1999, the kiosks they would have for the Dreamcast. You see Soul Calibur, NBA 2K, no, not NBA, NFL 2K, Sonic Adventure, Ready to Rumble Boxing, Power Stone, House of the Dead 2. Just seeing these games running and how fluid, how much of a graphical leap from going from PS1 to that was mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. And I think no other console generation since has given us that wow factor, that incremental, this is next-gen feeling. Dreamcast absolutely did it. And really, to this day, you know, if you have a VGA monitor, or if you play the game, the Dreamcast and VGA, it can't be beat. Homebrew game? Which one?
I've got to be more precise. I'll keep going.
Original Dreamcast, it works great. It was a huge leap. Playing games online? What? Absolutely, yeah. Just so many forward-thinking ideas for the Dreamcast, which unfortunately no one remembers or no one gives credit. Was the Dreamcast the first system to have online play? No, it was not. But it was the first system to have built-in online capability. Because normally, like with the Saturn, you would have to buy an external accessory to get internet capability from it. But the Dreamcast had a modem built in the console. You know, so it was the first one to be ready right out of the gate. Absolutely. So actually, I'm gonna. I ordered a mode from Terra Onion, so I'm just waiting for that to ship out, and I hope to get the DC HDMI mod when that comes back in stock. So I'm gonna be pimping out my Dreamcast. And yes, my Dreamcast is a day one Dreamcast as well, so still kicking. Because back then, consoles were built to last. FX Yuki. Hmm. Is that like a shmup? So most of the homebrew games tend to be shmups. It was the first consumer-friendly online console. That's how I like to put it. Yeah, good way of putting it. But yeah, seeing the games running VGA, crazy. I have a Hanzo from Bihar Brothers. I got that a few years back, and when I first saw Soul Calibur running through VGA, holy shit. They're unbelievable. I thought it was a Genesis that had online play first. Speaking of which, I ran across a Sega channel cart. Did you buy the cart? Because if you didn't, that's a very foolish move or strategy. Yeah, I mean, as far as the first online console, I honestly don't know what that would be. I mean, Genesis had, but I don't think it wasn't officially supported by Sega. Well, I mean, Sega Channel was online, yes, but again, Sega Channel back in the day, you needed to get it through your cable provider. So it wasn't available everywhere. The Saturn had one called X-Link, I believe. There was the Tiger Gamecom. Gamecom had online play, but because only like 10 people had a Gamecom, it didn't really matter. No dice yet again. The platform. Okay. You're not wrong, Dreamcast. Better games.
I've got to be more precise.
At the time, yeah. I mean, it was a very, very leading edge system. Oh, you don't want a Gamecom, John. You don't want a Gamecom. There's no redeeming factor to that. I mean, mind you, I wanted one when it came out too, but I was like 13 or 12, and I didn't know any better. Yeah, you don't want one. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna send an email with it? It's no bueno. I remember my local Toys R Us. I think they were originally selling for $150. I think it was the retail price, or $175, something like that. And then within like 2 months, they were on clearance for like $25-30, and they couldn't move them to save their life.
Not too bad. Just one more.
Wait, you're saying that the Gamecom's better than the Virtual Boy? Let's be serious now, Nerd Strategy. Come on, don't. No. That's just not true. See, the thing is, Virtual Boy had actual good games, and it's just that the the headaches and the eye strain. But Gamecom had no good games. Like, not one. Like, name one decent Gamecom game. There weren't any. Because they were all horrible ports of existing games elsewhere. Yeah, I guess small victories, right, nerd? Oh, there goes that streak.
I've got to focus. I'll keep going.
You enjoyed Resident Evil 2 on Gamecom? John. Don't be silly. Come on. That's... How? How is that even possible? That game, if you want to call it a game, it ran like at 10 frames a second. It was like absolutely horrible. And that weird isometric-ish perspective that it was, oh god. And forget about aiming. Like, you couldn't aim to save your life. I did a video? Oh, you did? I'll have to check it out. You didn't make it very far? That's... I mean... That's not a surprise. Really? Now see, look, it's looking like the RNG may work here. Nope. Well, I said that and I just jinxed it. Never mind. I thought it was going to throw me a bone.
I'll keep going.
This is my curse, man. This is my curse. Though I applaud you for not having rage quit, because I would imagine hearing the little smartball jingle would drive you insane. Now, What Up John, have you played the Resident Evil 2 Game Boy Advance prototype? Well, not prototype, it was more of a tech demo. It's very similar to what the Gamecom version was supposed to be. But better in essentially every which way. See, look, this is the RNG working now. So it should now go in every pocket, because that's how the RNG works. Now again, I'm talking about it too much though, so now I'm gonna get screwed. That was my mistake. But see, the RNG now, it's acting very magnetic to the holes. So this may actually be the one that does it. Oh, not this one. Oh shit, well, I spoke too soon. Son of a bitch. I just screwed myself over. I was literally one hole left. And I spoke too soon.
Just one more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, for Game Boy Advance, it is a pretty impressive piece of tech. I don't have that one, but I do have the Resident Evil 1 Game Boy Color prototype part. I have that. which I think the Game Boy Color one is more impressive. To me, at least. It's far more playable than the Game Boy Advance one, that's for sure. Oh, not getting it. Oh well. Yes, Game Boy Advance was 32-bit. Yep. They just assumed 16-bit because a lot of the games were Super Nintendo ports. So that's what they assumed. See, okay, so it seems these past two games, the balls are falling more closer to where they should be going if I won. But it's still not giving it to me. So at this point, the game is just fucking with me. Giving me like the ultimate cock tease of what could be if I want. Look at that. Denied. Come on, that was a perfect shot. Again, RNG. Well, with just two balls, there's no way. Nope. I lost. See, I don't get it. The RNG, like, it works when it wants to, but then it doesn't give it to me. Like, what's up with that? It could have gone. Nope. Frustrating. It is frustrating.
Not too bad. Just one more.
I should have won this 10 times over by now, but because of the RNG, regardless of how well I hit the ball, the RNG will dictate where the ball goes at the end of the day. It's not up to me. Here it's making it look like it's going to give me a chance with the blues. But nope, I only have 4 balls left. It's going to go into a red now, so I'm screwed. So at this point, there's no chance of me winning. So I might as well just throw all the balls in to see what happens. Which absolutely nothing happened. Frustrating.
Not too bad. Just one more.
It just sucks because these prizes that you get from these machines, I need them to get move scrolls. So I literally have no other choice but to play these games. If I want to have a complete moveset. Look at that. Look at that. It went in the hole. Ah, it's just, I don't get it. I really don't. Oh my god. Well, I already lost because too many balls went in the other color. So 3 and 3.
I've got to be more precise. I'll keep going.
So it's crazy. In order to get the grand prize, you need to get 8. 8 balls. And you're only given 9. So you can only miss 1. It's insane. So like in this case, 1 went in each color, so if 1 ball goes to the gutter, I lose. And now here I need to make sure that every ball goes in red. But it's not going to happen. One's going to hit blue. Nope, it hit red. Okay. But it teases you. But it's going to go blue. Or gutter. Well, I lost. I lost at this point. There's no way I'm going to win. So it's literally... You have no other chance. Because at this point I would need to make 3 balls in red. Or 2. I lost. Oh, there you go. Ah, frustrating. It really is frustrating. It gives you a sliver of hope. But it just decides, well, too bad.
I've got to just one more.
And it's about to be 9 o'clock. This is the last game. So, I didn't luck out today. But when I lose, I'll go to the hotel, go to sleep. That'll be it for tonight, because I can only lose so much here. And anyways, it's almost 3 o'clock. Oh, it is 3 o'clock. Time flies when you lose, playing smart ball. And I noticed that the ball physics go to shit. You start launching multiple balls in. It just destroys the algorithm, apparently. Alright. Unsuccessful night.
Precise.
Time to go to the hotel.
Time. Maybe tomorrow. It's really late. I think I'll head back to the hotel. Shenmue?
Hi, Theo.
The city's...
I know. Theo. I'm going to go back to the room.
Okay.
Now, I think it's always curious to see what Shenhua's doing. Because her activities do change, sometimes night to night. She may read a book, she may be sleeping, or she may be out on the balcony and you get to talk to her. So, from what I understand, it's one of the 3. Most nights she tends to be sleeping, or reading a book. She's probably reading a book, yep. You could just be creepy and watch her as she flips the pages of the book she's reading. There she goes.
Looks good. Guess I'll take it.
But yeah, this is my unsuccessful night at trying to win Smart Ball. I didn't win a forklift. The only prize I won was at the arcade. So I suppose that's one small victory. That's it. That's all she wrote. We just go to bed. I'll wake up. I'll save. Then I'll be done for the night. Alright, so save. Time flies, man. Time flies when you lose it. Alright. Is there a delay? No, there isn't. Okay. Anyways, thank you, dudes, for watching. One Up John, appreciate it. Nerd Strategy, appreciate it. Novin Works, thank you for being a fellow Shenmue fan, and thank you for the follow. Thank you, Richie Rich, for stopping by. Thank you, Patrick O'Brien. And I think, oh, and Patrick O'Brien on Facebook as well. FPS Cabretti and Demon A on Periscope. Thank you, dudes. Henry FGG for hanging out in the beginning. Appreciate it. Always cool to see some new faces. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. So have a good night and take care. Enjoy the weekend. And I'll see if I play this tomorrow. Hopefully, because I need to win that game. I need to win that prize. Because it has to happen. But take care. Have a good night. Be easy. Peace.